All right. So who is going to tell me what we were in this Canada group? What were we doing? Yeah, we call it a Canada group, so it identifies it's a mix, right? So 2 cities from Canada, rather 3 cities, Ottawa, Toronto, and Vancouver in this group. And then some people are from Pakistan, okay, Karachi. So it's a mix, okay, but that's fine. We'll keep calling it a Canada group unless you come up with a good name. All right. So Safa, you are okay with the recording? Did you hear the recording or not? Amal, okay. Okay, good. And you understand the Amar? Only for 2 things. Yeah, good job. So yeah, just like Safa, if anybody missed the class, if they go through the recording and just like Safa did a good job and she understood the new concept over there, okay? But if you go over the recording and you do not understand what was taught in the previous class, please do ask, okay? Don't keep any question to yourself. All right? So now, Khadija, what were we doing yesterday? Please let me know. We just started the verbs and we were doing the duad bab, right? Okay. So if we were doing the duad bab, we'll continue duad bab today. Okay. And actually the Vancouver group was on the noon bab, but it's okay because we will use a different verb today. So let's do duad bab and do the verb qadara. Qaf. If this is a verb, qaf, dal, ra, right? The first word would come out of this in the muzare would be barira. What should I write? No, I'm asking about mas, barira. Qadara. No, first word would be qadara. Okay? Like huwa is hidden there. Okay? So qadara and qadaru would be the second like form or with whom, right? So second would be qadaru. Okay? Qadaru. Qadaru. Qadara means to measure. Okay? Qadara means to measure. So qadara, qadaru, and who is going to tell me the next? Okay, qadarta, qadartum, qadartu, so is Iman joining today? Oh, you did. Okay. It's okay. Yeah. As far as everybody is there. So whom the first sigha, in Arabic we call it sigha, first sigha, which is third person singular is qadara, third person plural qadaru, second person singular qadarta. I just forgot the jazm. Qadartum is the second person singular, first person is qadartu, and qadarna is the first person plural. Okay, we included in there. Now we talk about the muzare and barira. Barira, you said yaqdiru, right, in the beginning? Okay, we do yaqdiru. Okay. And Javeria, what? Yaqdiruna. Yaqdiruna. And Saskia, it's a revision for you. What would be the next one? Taqdiru. Yeah, good job. Taqdiru. Khadija, what is going to be the fourth one? Taqdiruna. Shabash. Taqdiruna. And who else? Hafsa. What is going to be the next one? Aqdiru. Aqdiru. Minahal, what? Naqdiru. Okay. Naqdiru. Right? So you all got it. Now we will do the Amar as well. In the Amar column is the last one. I didn't make the column, but I'll just do like this. Ta would be replaced by alif, right? Aqdir. Sorry, iqdir. Wrong. It won't be aq. It would take the dal. Sorry. Iq. Then Hamza would come. Iqdir. Yeah, I was having difficulty with the Hamza, right? Iqdir. To measure. To measure. Yes. Okay, yeah, that's a very good question, Safa. I'm really happy that you asked. I wanted to say, but I was holding it off, and I shouldn't have. Okay, guys, there is a very good question from Safa. Why we are writing with the Hamza? Why we are not writing Alif and Fatha? Why we are not writing why we are not writing like that? No. How about no? Who knows the? Does anybody knows the answer? No. The answer is this. This is not alif. This is like this is not. This is nothing. This is silent when it comes. Actually, the harkat. If you say alif fatha, then you have to put a hamza. It's actually hamza, which can carry the fatha or dama or kasra. Okay, you cannot put a yeah. So this is nothing. Like alif is just for it's silent most of the time. Okay, so if you have to put like a any harkat like dama, fatha or kasra, you have to have a hamza, little hamza, right? Because alif cannot carry the fatha, right? It's only when you put a hamza, then, but the hamza, it's very difficult to write like hamza. So you always just like attach hamza with on the alif, okay? So all the things we read with the zabar, even though it doesn't say hamza, you just can imagine that it is a hamza, okay? Safa, got the answer? But a very good question because everybody needed to know, right? See, nobody knew, right? And I learned it a hard way. So it's not you guys. Like everybody who is not familiar with the Arabic, they come to know after they start learning either tajweed or the grammar, right? So you are doing the grammar right now. All right. So everybody is good with the word Qadara. Yes. Hafsa. Yes. No. Okay. Quran is a very huge, huge. If somebody study Quran, right, it has various section, right? You are already familiar with the Nazira, right? Nazira means like you, yeah, how to read, how to, how to do the spelling and connect the word. The translation comes next, right? But we read the translation, then we are not doing the we are not doing the translation. What you are learning the grammar where you can translate yourself, right? Because if it's naqdiru, unless you know what naqdiru means we measure or we will measure. So if you do not know what pronoun to attach, what noon represent, what noon over here represent, if you don't know if it's we, then how you are going to translate it yourself? You have to depend on the translation, whoever is written translation, right? So reading the translation, like read the Arabic and then read the translation, somebody has written, right? But then you do not have the understanding. What you are learning right now is like, you should know the meaning of now. Now you know the meaning of qadarta. Who doesn't know the meaning of qadarta? Okay, Aisha, what does qadarta means with the pronoun? Aisha, qadarta. Qadarta, what does it mean? So if I ask you to translate qadarta, how you are going to translate it? You measured, mashallah. Good, good, right? See, Aisha didn't say we measured. Aisha said you measured, right? Because now Aisha know that if it's a qadarta, it's always you. If it's qadartum, Aisha knows that it means you all measured, right? So this is what we are learning. And what is tajweed? Tajweed is a totally different sciences. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you you talked. Yeah, like okay, that's fine. Thank you, Aisha. Uh, uh, so Hafsa's question: are we going to learn tajweed? No. If we start learning tajweed, we won't have time to learn grammar, right? Tajweed you learn from the person who taught you how to read the Nazra, right? Because oh, okay. What is tajweed? For example, if I'm just like I'm just learn, and I am Urdu medium, I say yakdiruna. Is it right or wrong? Iman. If I say yakdiruna, is it wrong or right? That's wrong. What should I say? Yaqdiruna, right? It's a heavy letter. It comes from a different place. So that is called tajweed. So because Iman knows tajweed, and she said, Safiya auntie, you are reading it wrong. It's not yakdiruna. It's yaqdiruna, right? So qaf is heavy. Qaf is coming from a special makhraj place. It's like middle of the throat. Okay, so that is tajweed. So if somebody is not reading it correctly, right? That's wrong. If they are saying yak, that's from the top of the throat. It is the same word, but it is coming from kaf is coming from the different place. Same with the ta and toa, right? So ta comes in a different place. Then toa, you have to make your tongue a special way to, so toa comes up, right? And then this hamza, or there are madda letter, right? You have to stretch the madda letter, right? You don't say aminu, you say aminu, Aminum, right? You stretch that. So this is tajweed, how to read it. Arab, they don't want to do the tajweed lesson because they know if the word, they already know that they have to stretch it, right? So they don't need to learn tajweed, but we don't know like what is the heavy letter, what would be the what is like is if I say naqdiru, okay, Khadija, if I say naqdiru, is it right or wrong? If I say no, how should I say that? MashaAllah. Because when I'm stretching it for no reason, it's a harkat. When harkat is there, I should say naqdiru, and I'm saying naqdiru, then you should stop me that no, it's not naqdi. Where do you see a ya madda in there, right? Samajh aayi, Hafsa? That's right. So if you don't know how to read the Nazra, then you have to hire a Qari, right? Or make sure that somebody who knows. Yes. So, and then you have to read properly, right? Yeah, and that's very important. And that's why it's very important, because if I say naqdi, then I'm changing the meaning, because if you put a ya in there and like ya is not there, when I'm reading it, it would totally change the meaning, right? If, for example, and that's a very good verb when somebody is like, if I have to convince somebody that they should know, is there are two words, right? What do they mean? One is qalb, one is kalb. Okay. So if we are Urdu medium, we don't know the difference. We keep calling it kalb, right? Which is wrong. This is heart and this is dog, right? So if the Quran says qalb and I say kalb, right? Then I'm changing the Quran, because Quran is writing heart and I'm reading it like dog. You understand, Hafsa? Okay. So that's why tajweed is very important, right? The makhraj, the harkat, everything is very important, right? And I am learning myself at this age, right? I have a teacher who I like, he teaches me tajweed, right? So there is no harm, even if you know the tajweed, it's always good to read it to somebody, because I'm the only person who is non-hafiz, and the other people, they lead the salah in the mosque. So in my class, there are 5, 6 imam. Imam means that the people who lead the salah. I'm the only one who is non-hafiz and I'm not leading the salah. But my teacher find some of he correct them as well, right? Although they are hafiz, they have been hafiz for like 20 years, they have been leading the salah, right, in different mosques, but still my teacher find like he corrects them. So you always read your tajweed to somebody, or if you are very good, even you just sit with somebody and just like try to read to each other, half a page even, okay? So that's a tajweed thing, all right? Okay, so that was a good question as well. What is tajweed? Okay, if somebody doesn't know, then they should know that reading Quran properly is important as well, but this is not a tajweed class, okay? And sometimes I say wrong words because I'm not good with tajweed, so Iman and Khadija can correct me, right, Iman? Inshallah. All right, so now we go to homework. So Duat Bab is complete for this class. And now I give the homework. I think Saskia, Ruby already have the homework. Let's start with other people. And Kadara, can I raise the board? Okay. So I'll write one word each. It might be a revision. Okay. So start with okay, I'll just write the name, Raja'a. Raja'a, and Kasaba, Aqala, and Hamala, and Kasara, okay, Zolama, Sabara, Ghafara, Jadala, Ghalaba, Jalasa. Okay. So Javeria, Barira, this is your homework. And, okay. And Safa, have you already done Aqala? If you have, then okay. So then you don't even need the homework, right? Okay, so I'll put you on Kasara, right? Okay, and Khadija, you have done Akala, no? Khadija and Hafsa, Hamala, and Minahal. Who else is there? Iman, Roya, Sabara. Okay, Ghafara will be Ruby. Ruby, you have done Ghafara, right? You already have your homework, right? So, okay. So Aisha, Ghafara, and Jadala. Who else is left? Just tell me the name. Iman. Okay, Jadala. Sorry, Iman. Okay. Anybody left? Saskia, you already have your homework. Ruby has the homework, right? And I have, I have given everybody else the homework. Okay. So this is homework. Take a picture. Then we will move on to the noon bar or a fa bar first. We will do noon bar for second. Yes. Sorry. And Amar as well. Okay. Sound good? Okay. All right. So I'll clear this. I'll clear this. Minimum of the words. Okay. There are two, like you are Google expert or not? Not really. There is a app called, but I can give you. What is your word over here? Akala means to understand. Raja means to return, kasaba means to earn, hamala means to carry, kasara means to break, zalama means to do wrong, sabara means to be patient, ghafara means to forgive, jadala means to struggle, to fight, ghalaba means to overcome, jalasa means to sit. Okay. So yeah, Google is pretty much good. You don't worry about it because we are not doing Quran right now. We are just like taking the random words, right? Once it's a Quran, then do not depend on Google translation, okay? Because it might not be the Muslim source and they might not get us to the right meaning, all right? But if you're doing just like a grammar, just a verb, a word or a verb, you can also download the PDF of the Hans Weher dictionary. So it's a PDF, but it just directs you. Just if you type the word ein, it would take you all the words which start with n, then you scroll down, or you type in an, qaf or lam, then it takes you to the word. But then it has too many definitions, because the dictionary gives you all the possible meaning of the word aqala, right? So you will figure it out, inshallah. All right. Yeah, but Google Translate right now is the best, right? Utilize what Allah has given. Allah has made everything musakhar to you, right? Yes. Right or wrong, like you do not care right now because you are not doing a Quran verse. Okay. So if raja means to return, and it says come back, like return or come back, to me is not so much different, right? So whatever Google say, like just for practicing verb, you can work it out, right? But if you are doing a Quranic verse, for example, inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un, then you have to stick to the translation. We will learn how to do the translation at that time. Okay. All right, inshallah. All right, so I'll clear all the drawing, and this way you will know how to use the Arabic keyboard. That's why I'm directing you to the Google. Okay. But all of you are right, like Saskia is right, that Google might not give the right translation for the Quran. But all you have to do, because at some point you have to do research a lot of stuff, and everything now is on the Google, right? Okay. So now we are moving to Faba. Ready for the Faba? So we did the Duat Bab and we are doing the Fa Bab now. Yes, because the other group has done the Noon Bab, so it would be too much repetition for them. I want them to learn the new things as well. But we'll do next week we'll do the Noon Bab. So what is Fa Bab? Fa Bab is just like Duat Bab. It has the set of like verbs. So we will start with the first word. 3-letter word is fa, ta, and ha. Okay. So what would be the muzare for that? Fataha, fataha. Okay. And it's not different. It's just like Duat Ba. So keep doing that. Fataha, fatahu, fatahu, fatahata. Fatahata. Yeah. Fatahata. Yes. Good job. So it was easy, right? Although it's a Fa Bab, but it was like the Duat Bab. Ruby, you are with us? Yes. And you are understanding Fa Bab? All right. Good. Fatahna. But when we okay, no worries. Okay, I won't further question. But what would be the different? So Maz was okay. Muzare has a little bit difference. Like in Darababa, we said yad ribu. but over here, we say yaftaha, yaftaha, right? I do not put a kasra in there. Daraba was yadribu, remember? There was a kasra, but in Faba, you use the fatha, like you do not change the fatha to kasra. Okay, that's the only difference between Faba. It is yaftahu, yaftahu, sorry. I'm sorry. Good catch. Fataha yaftahu. Okay. So the last one stays the same, just like yadribu, but over there the ra got the kasra in it, right? From daraba it became yadribu. Now it's like fataha yaftahu. Okay, fataha yaftahu. Okay, and then it would be yaftahuna. Yaftahuna, taftahu, taftahuna. Okay, hold on. Taftahuna and aftahu. Yes. Safa, you are okay? Okay. Let me know if you have any question. Okay. So now, yeah, what did I write? Yeah, good catch. Now yeah, very good. Now you are catching the mistakes. Good job. Okay. Saskia, you are good with Fabab? Yeah. How should I write Amar? Alif. It would be E. Yeah. So if it's like a Dhamma, then it would be U. If it's Fatha or Kasra, it would always be E. Okay. If tah. If tah. Okay. The last would be Jazam, the Sukoon. जी. Yeah, it would be Fataha, Daraba, right? But Amar is going to be Iftah for anything. No, it would be Iftah. It would always be. Only Dama would be if it's Dama, if it would be Taftuhu, then it would be Uftuh, right? But because if either Fatha or Kasra, then it would always, the Alif would take the Harkat Kasra. Okay? That's a universal rule. So if the Alif would have Kasra, yeah. So either it's Fatha or Kasra, it would always take a Kasra in Amar. The Alif would take a Kasra in Amar. Okay? With the exception of the weak letter, which we are going to do maybe 2-3 weeks from now. Okay? Iftah and Iftahu. Yeah. Oh, like when I keep saying Fatha, Kasra. So this is called Fatha. Like this is on top, right? And then this is a Kasra. Yeah, in like when it's Dhamma. Yeah. Right. So yeah, you will keep hearing this. Unfortunately, the word we did is like, yes. Oh, fataha means to get a victory. Yeah. To be successful, like to gain the victory. To win, yeah. Fataha, to win, yeah. Okay. Any sure. Oh, that means open. Yeah. Open as well, right? There are various meaning, right? Yeah, like just like Surah Fatiha, right? It came from Fatah as well. Okay. So if you Google it, like you would just find tons and tons of meaning. All right. Yeah, the victorious. Yeah, Muhammad al-Fatih means victorious, right? Yeah. Then it makes more sense. Over there we won't say open, right? Over there we say Muhammad the victorious, right? Muhammad al-Fatih means Muhammad the victorious, right? Yeah. So it can, like one word can have multiple meaning. Even in English, even in Urdu or in any language, one word can be utilized as a different meaning. That's what I want you to just be, for you to be open-minded and open heart, right? But in Quran, if it's like a particular meaning, we cannot give multiple meanings. For example, Surah Fatiha is the opening. We cannot say is the victory. Maybe it's a victory as well. Like it's a mother of the whole Quran, right? Surah Fatiha. But that comes in the tafsir. We are not going there. Tafsir is too, like when I was going through my like little bit tafsir I did, like Surah Fatiha, it takes 40 days, 1 hour, 40 hours to teach the tafsir of Surah Fatiha only. Although it's like we finish in like half a minute in our prayers. Yes. Yes. Or opening as well, right? Like it can be both the meaning, but yeah, Surah Fatiha is the victory. All right. Anything else? So if you're good with the Faba, we can give some of the homework. How about that? Can I give one more homework, or one homework is enough? You would be okay? Okay, so let me find group of words which will go with the Fa. I have written it somewhere. Hopefully I can find them. Yeah, this is Faba, right? And what's the difference between Fa and the Dua? The difference in the Muzare. Different is in the Muzare, right? So Muzare is different. Okay, let me find the words for you guys. So you guys are good with, and how many bab we have to do? Who knows that? In the beginning, I told you guys that we are going to do that many bab. What are the bab we are going to do? Sorry? Swad. Where did you got the swad? Never said swad. You got one. Yeah, 6 bab. And out of 6 bab, we are not going to do the ha bab. Okay? Because there is only few words in the Quran, so it's not worth like I wouldn't even find like the example for you to do. And the one example which is hasaba, then it has the haseba and the hasaba, and then it gets very confusing for everybody. Okay, so ha bab we are not going to do. We are only going to do the 5 bab. Okay, you understand that? If the word comes in the Quran, if we come across any word which is a haba, we will, at that point, we will do that, inshallah. Okay? Inshallah. All right. So let me find the word for you. It's okay if I erase this from the board? Okay. All right. So I'm erasing that. Clear the drawing and let me write the, so Fataha you did. How about if you do Raka'a? And this is in the Fabab, so you have to pay attention to the Muzare. Raka'a. Okay. And then Raka'a means to bow down, right? Ruku. Saskia for you. I'll give it to Saskia. Sorry? No, just like you do when you bow down in the middle part, like you do the sujood and you do the ruku. Right? Yeah, but that raka'a also came from the 2 raka'a, all right? But then it's a noun, and we will, but raka'a means just to bow down, right? So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell Maryam alayhi salam that do the ruku and the sujood, right? That's how, like, one of the kid, a young kid asked, like, I don't know, Khadija, was that you who asked me that question? That how do we know that Christian and the Jews, they used to do the salah, namaz like us? It wasn't you? So it was some kid. They said, like, they asked me, like, if I know if the previous nations used to read the salah. And when you read Surah Maryam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering Maryam alayhi salam that just do the ruku and the sujood, right? So ruku and the sujood, like in the whole Quran, even us, means like we are asked to do the ruku and the sujood. So it is a similar ruling for Maryam alayhi salam, for Maryam, as for other Muslims. So definitely she was the mother of Isa, and Isa has been recognized as a son of Maryam. So if Maryam had the ruling to do the ruku and the sujood, it means the Christianity had the salah, the way we should be, like the way we are reading the salah, they had the exactly same, the ruku and the sujood. So what they do right now, they don't do any sujood, they just kneel down, right? So they have left the teaching of like their prophets or their prophet's mom, like they had the ruling, and of course, Prophet Isa gave the instruction to do the ruku and the sujood in a similar fashion, right? So yes, the Quran has a proof that it was told to Maryam to do the ruku and the sujood. So that's a ruku. Ruku means to bow down, right? Just like we stand and then we do the ruku and then we do the sujood. Okay? Saskia, clear? Yeah, and Raka, you are right on that as well. Bakhala, Khadija, we will have two people doing the same homework. Barira as well. Okay, because I won't have very many words on that. Ja'ala means make. That would be Safa. You are going to do Ja'ala. And Javeria as well. For Sahara means magic. Who is going to do that? Iman and Minahal. Okay, 5 is Rafa'a, to raise. Rafa'a is going to be Hafsa and Ruby, and 6. Let's do Zabaha, to sacrifice. Who left? Aisha. Aisha, you were okay with yesterday's recording? And Roya. So I think we are pretty much, yeah. Okay. Iman, if you want to leave, sorry you were late. Okay, good. All right. Walaikum salam. All right. Any questions so far? Yeah, so you do you have done the Fa Bab today, and we will go over the Noon Bab next week, inshallah, and we might be able to do. Bab means chapters. Duad Bab. Yeah. Okay. So Duad Bab, when we did the Daraba, we did the Muzare Yadrebu. Okay. And when we did Fataha, Fa Bab, we say Yaftahu. Right? See, we put a kasra over here, but we put a fatha over there, right? I didn't say yaftihu, I said yaftahu, right? So that was a difference between a duad bab and fa bab. That duad bab becomes the daraba becomes yadri. The re got the kasra. So any verb coming under duad bab will always carry a kasra. Okay? And any fa bab will carry a fatha on the bab, on the second letter, right? You are welcome. Good, intelligent question, mashallah. Okay. Yes. Where? Because the word has a 3 letter, dwa, dra, ba. It's not the wow and alif is to show that it is a third person plural. it is a plural, to show that it is a plural, right? And ta shows that it is like anta is hidden there. Antum is hidden there. And then when we did tu, means it is like I. And when we did na, it means nahnu is hidden there, right? So yeah, it's everywhere, right? Like all the verbs you will make like that. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So uh, fa-bab means like when you make the muzare of the raka, it would be yarka'u, right? It won't be yar. If you write, I gave you fa-bab and you say raka'a and you make a muzare, yar ka u, but if you write yar ke u, then I'll say it's wrong because it wasn't a doad bab. Why did you put a kasra in there, right? Kasra would be wrong, right? So this is a fa bab. You always have to put a fatha in there, right? Raka'a yarka'u. Okay? No, pay is just the indication that their muzare would carry a fatha on this. And this is a concept, like, yeah. That's why we are separating them, because none of these words, because all of them are fa-bab. So always you will just say, oh, this is fa-bab. I don't have to think, give it a second thought. I just have to put a fatha on the second letter when I'm doing muzare. All right. Good. Any more question, Saskia? You are on the third bab now, mashallah. You are breaking up. Still breaking up. I can't hear you properly. You are traveling. You are driving, right? Is the net. Yeah. All right. So if there is no more question, we will see you guys next week. If any question, if you still have question while doing the homework, you can always record a message in the group. Okay. Aisha, Barira, Javeria, everybody is okay? You're welcome. And Hafsa, mashallah, asked good question as well. Minahal also asked the question. Safa had very good question, like everybody. Everybody participating, that's a good thing. Okay? Always ask. If you do not understand, don't feel shy. Okay? Like Tajweed question, there might be 2-3 people which got benefited with that Tajweed question. Okay? So always ask, like whatever you don't know is nothing to be like shy about. Okay? Just ask, anything comes to your mind. All right, Khadija? Because you used to ask the question and you are lately not asking very many questions. Khadija? Okay. All right. Inshallah, we'll meet next week. So, assalamu alaikum. I'll stop the recording right now.